Hello, good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Thanks for liking this post. Hope you all had a very good sleep. Here we are drawing the eye because I always start with the eye. Going with the eye gives you a basic idea where the whole portrait will land. So always start with inner parts and then move slowly till outer part. Hello, hello, hello. Eye is very crucial for drawing in a face because if it comes out nicely, then the whole drawing will comes out naturally. It will look good. If eye sucks, then no matter what else you do, your drawing will not look good. So always take your time and go slow, very slow when you're especially drawing with the pen. Here I'm drawing its upper hair, basically called bangs, for the rough idea of forehead and how the hair will fall. In this way, you can place objects accordingly. So that's why it's important to create these things according from starting. When we draw with pen, you can't lose your hands much. If you do so, it will hamper your drawing. So plan accordingly. Here the eyebrow will fall and it will extend till here from the banks. Later we'll decide whether to increase the bank's length or not. But for now it's enough. Once you have created eyebrow, you can create the nose bridge. For this you have to see the angle and do little shading for this so that you will have little markings of where everything will lie upon. Good morning, Mel. Thanks for the like and comment. You wrote in Spanish and you removed it. But thanks again, Mel. You have to see in face where will be the dense part, where is the lighter part, and with pen you have to decide it all before because once you shade everything evenly, it will be more shading if you have to darker any part, if you have to highlight any part. So it's better you play with the contrast and shade only those part which is required, not whole page. Thank you, Mel. Thank you so much. Here we are shading the eyelid, and it will go till our bangs has came. So the spacing of the bang should be crucial. If I'm speaking slow, then I'm really sorry, but I'm not used to do it, so I'm learning on myself too. When shading the eye, you have to be very careful because with pen, if you make one wrong stroke or anything, it will ruin your whole effort. So it's better to go slow and be slow. No need to hurry. Here, I'll make one more bang and its shape will fall like till here, and we'll stretch it out upwards, opposite in opposite direction. Because when you draw with pen, if you draw in opposite direction from down to upwards, then the pen will go straight. So it will naturally follow the straight line if you go from down to upwards like I am doing right now. In this way, you can always very it's less chances, it will be less chances of a mistake. So try this method. Go from down to upwards. And English is not my first language, so if I say anything wrong, please forgive me. That is that part is also in learning stage. So the second bang will fall here basically, and with the second bang we can basically give a little shape of the forehead. It will extend out here, and it will be extending out here till here, till here. So we'll go to the next part, which will be the second eye. For this, you can do one thing. You can straight take measurement from here also. And how you gonna do it? You can simply make a hair stand and let it fall. In this way, you can judge the distance between both the eyes, and through that, you can simply give a nice line. If you feel the distance is thicker, then do it, increase the length. That's why if you do, if you go slow in starting, then you have chance to edit it. So this will be the second eyebrow, and will simply, once you have done with the shape, you can simply make it thicker in the places it needed to be thick. So here so far I'm liking it, and with the help of bang we knew the right place to put the eyebrow. And once eyebrow is done, you can simply allow other hairs to fall. In this way, you will have the rough idea of the forehead and how many hair strand or what else you want to do to make it look nice, aesthetic. So try this. While drawing eyes, always go with the side hair bangs. If your reference has those things, then draw it together. So we'll extend this line. We'll extend this line, nose bridge, and we'll give it little hump over here. These small things will later give it an perfect illusion. And same we'll do in its opposite direction too. We'll have a rough idea where the nose starts, and we'll shade this upper column, the point where the nose and the eyebrow meet. Once you make it thick, then you simply put a point, your eye point where it will starts from here, and then same from go in low, go from lower to upper direction. This way the pen do its own work and goes in straight direction, and we'll stretch it out how far we want to take this, and we'll follow. Hello Gina, thanks for commenting. Hope you have a very good day ahead. Here, so I have said it many times, I'll said it again, I'll say it again. While drawing eye, be careful and go slow. Always try to see where the, if you have already drawn one eye and you're going for other, always try to see where the eyeball will look together, because if your one eyeball will look in other direction, other eyeball in other, then it won't look good, it will ruin your drawing. So better to go slow and keep on checking your drawing. If you feel something is not right in your drawing, try to resolve it. So I like the placing of the eye and the way it's looking so far. So we'll add details now. Once the basic structure is been created, you can play with the details, like how you are looking at it. And we can simply extend our banks also now. That's how we'll place the hair. With pen, you can easily create the darker and lighter contrast. That's why I like this tool for sketching, as it allow me to do a number of things without changing my hand or without stopping. I can simply start and come to finish. So I'm not doing very high shading, simple shading only, which you can see. Now we'll extend the hair to make it look more natural. You just allow it to flow in the direction earlier it's supposed to be. And some hair just for fun you can create an illusion of falling hair, not very thick. So here our forehead is almost done. So we'll basically create forehead line from this side too. The way we did here with the bang, here we'll do it with straight line. So the hair will go like this, and it will extend in inner way, and it will go upwards and meet other parts of hair like this. So when we'll create the forehead, then it will all match accordingly. Now we'll go with the nose part. and it will come right in between of the two eyes. So to take marking, what I do is just draw a small straight line and I slowly put my components on this line. Always try to stick with the reference picture to get the picture. Once basic nose shape is done, we'll shade it down first. We'll shade it lightly to extend the nose bridge for upper lip. In this way, you can create good details, small details. And for the nose, this part will be the shiny part. Thus, the light will fall over it, so will shade below. Always go with light shading first. Then you can extend the areas where you need more darker region. Here I need this area to I need to highlight this area side nose, so simply I'll dark it off. I'll shade in this part, and that's how the nose will have its lighter part as well as the darker part, and we can separate it. If you want to connect the nose with the eye, then simply shade slowly from outer angle to inner angle. First layer should be very neat and light, so that even if you want to change even if you want to change the area or the shape, you can do it later. To highlight any area, always dark that area around the edges. If the edges are sharp, then it will have more definition in your art. Before making hyper-realistic drawing with pen, you need to learn how to use the pen efficiently and how to draw with confidence. For that, simply do more practice. We have created the nose bridge and nose freehand. So I will be darkening this area around the edge so that the nose will look like it has popped up. That's the benefit of doing or darkening the edges and the corner of your drawing. In this way you can give it a image, and the more slowly or smoothly you will do it, it will look more nice. You have to learn how to blend with pen, which take time, and of course a good pen. Sometimes drawing is good but the pen is not good, so the drawing will not look smooth. So I guess we can leave this part for later, or you can else do a simple shade. So shade in a way that the nose line will blend with the shading. That also you can do. If you want to create an image, always try to be spontaneous with your art. No need to be absolutely perfect. Art should have flaws so that we can do it again and change it. I'll keep the nose as it is, and now we'll jump to lip part. For lip part, it's important you align it with the nose, and to do it, you basically draw a simple straight line and see how it's going with the face. Try to make the line as straight as possible, otherwise, the alignment of the lip will not be perfect. I think this is enough straight. I will simply start with upper lip with the V in the center, and later I'll just simply extend it. With lips, you can always play with the shading part, as most of the time the lip will have the shadow, the light falling on it. Two parts will have light falling on it. One is lower lip and other is top of your nose. Here my shading is not that smooth, uh, but I'll try to make it smooth in a given time. With upper lip, you can always shade it roughly because it is most of the time it is in darker shade. So even in sketch also you don't need to put shadow or texture in upper lip. If you simply make it of one color also, it will look nice. I'll show it to you. Here I am just equally shading every corner for upper lip, and if you want to make it look fluffier or like thick, then you can do it, but always start with slow hands and thin line, and later you can raise the thickness accordingly. So upper lip is done, And for the bottom part, if you don't do anything or simply draw a line, it will give it a very contrasting look. And even with this line also, it will look good. That's why I was saying that if you for upper lip, you can always go darker. If you go darker with your upper lip and you don't do anything in your bottom lip also, then also it will look good. So that's how we'll do it. In lower lip, once you have done with your center line, just simply shade and let the shade in the direction of lip, shape of lip, and let the shading do the work. It will turn out very nice if you just simply follow the shading, not the shape. Like this. If you want to make your lip like this, then you can do double V, one V in upper lip and another V, inverted V in lower lip. Hi Amo, thanks for watching, thanks for commenting. Hope you have a very nice day ahead. So we'll keep the lip like this and we'll simply shade it away. We'll simply make it in a nicer, lighter region than upper lip. Here we are only giving it a shape that it exists and we'll leave it for the viewer's imagination. That's how the contrast works. You shade the area which is required and you leave the area and let people decide what they can see from this. So I'll keep it as it is now. Now we'll do the next is chin, upper line of the chin which touches the lip. This is very important as it gives a 3D texture to the face and even to the chin. So step by step you have to bring all your structure of the eyes together, and that's how we'll be closing the face. Here I'm extending this line and I will be shading the lower eyelid because I feel it is not straight. If things are not straight, shade it. Shade it smoothly and in a clean way, and it will make a difference. So we will be shading both eyes evenly. And now we can connect this area also, which was for the eye and nose bridge. So the upper eyebrow which we had drawn in the beginning, will shade it along the line and will shade lighter towards the nose, because for the base of the nose we have already darken it. So we won't do this in middle, we'll simply darken the area around upper and lower edges. To blend with pen, try to use small and smooth ballpoint pen. Here we can stress the shading downwards. No need to stretch it all the way to every place. You just need to shade in those areas which you think it's important. While drawing with pen, don't overdo it. Let the pen and the contrast of the paper do the work. You can simply shade around the edges of the eyebrow, so it will make the space between two eyebrows look smaller from both sides. Don't go with perfection. If you go with perfection in your first go, it will simply ruin your chances of completing the work. Go with bare minimum and try to achieve as much as possible in bare minimum mode. Don't go beyond. Your bare minimum should look like beyond for people. So we'll try this here, and as you can see, the area between both eyebrows has shrink. So we'll darker it around the corners. I'm just pen tipping. I'm just tipping the point of the pen to get the texture. So far basic all basic parts of the face is there. So now I'll show you how to do with the chin. Simply go straight and have a line in equal distance as the lip. Once you created the line, you have to extend the line in both direction equally and smoothly, depending on the face you are drawing. But go slow. If you want to change the shape later, you can do it. Otherwise, if you darken this line altogether right now, then even small stroke from pen, it will spoil. So be careful at point of completing. So now what we will do is we have basically taken the area in which we want to meet the cheeks. So once we have created this line and we know the distance, we'll simply drag it from upper side to lower side. Here what I had created, I feel this line will go from here Simply let the pen slide and do the work. So one side of the cheeks I have got it right. Now it's important to meet with the other cheek line. Here also I'll simply start with having a line. That's how I'll give the marking where I want the cheeks to stand, and I'll extend this line, and I'll come from upper position to lower position to meet the line. So I'll stand like this and I'll go inside. In this way, you can give both the cheeks its cheekbone, and you can simply try to match the jawline all together at same position. So we have we have created the cheekbones now. Now we'll simply darken the area to define the shape. So I have done it very slowly so I can change the shape or change the lines if I want to. That's why it's important to go slow. You can you will have options for later. Same for other side too. Once you have achieved your perfect jawline, you can play with the lines and make it look more clean, neat, and in perfect shape. So we can simply put this around here. It will be the shadow from the chin, from the jawline for in neck part. So I'm doing it with free hand currently before going for the hair and hairline, just to give it a look. So hello, hello AK Craft. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for coming to the channel. Hope you are doing well and hope you will have a very nice day ahead. Thanks for commenting again. Now we'll simply go with the hairline as we have already created our bangs here. So we'll now go with the hairline and the head, where the hairline will go and where the head will fall. You have to be careful while drawing the head. It should be according to the face, otherwise the face will look small and head big, or vice versa. So till then you have finished. Always move ahead with always move ahead cautiously. I know AK Craft. I can read from your name that you are an artist. Very nice. Even I am trying to be one. And will simply let the hair flow in its direction and will give it first layer from here. Before you go for hair, let us have a neckline so that we can let the hair fall on it. So this will be the neckline. Hi Abhay, nice meeting you. I am Himanshu. That's my real name. You can simply go from lower direction to upper direction to decide the structure. This part, I guess it will come out. The hair you have to figure out how you want to let it flow, in what direction you will have the shadow, in what direction you will have the last line of hair, and how you will connect it with other parts. So I will be doing it here. Now I'm just having the simple baselines to know how far I have to stress the forehead. In this way, even if I make the hair small or head small, I can increase the length. So always draw your artwork with some sort of markings. Thank you, Abhay. Thank you very much. I'm glad you commented on this. I will be working hard and I will be improving myself. Thank you so much. Here we'll be drawing the hair and we'll draw it with the ear also so that we can make the hair fall behind the ear. That's why. It doesn't need to be the it doesn't need to create the perfect artwork. You just need to create it accordingly so that you can always do it another one with more perfection than the previous one. So here the hairline will go from here and it will extend out, but for the forehead it will be near to the banks in left direction and will simply let it fall. Even though if you have done it wrong, you can simply think of another thing to make it right. No need to quit halfway in your drawing. Always try to finish it. And we can simply create another thing. When you're drawing the banks, you need to connect it from the front part, because the bank will always fall in the front, so it's made up of front hair. So you can simply go with shading it first, and always remember where to end your forehead line. Here I will be doing this with both, with bangs first. When you are creating with pen, drawing here is very difficult because with thinner lines it demands for time. Like if I am creating a artwork in 5 to 6 hours, then I can guarantee it to be the perfect. But if I'm creating an artwork in 1 hour, then drawing here in this is very difficult. So I will be looking for something, some pen or some tool to draw here uh, smoothly, and so that it take less time. But till now I haven't find anything. So if you have any suggestion, please do let me know. I will surely use it. Once our upper hair becomes nice and neat, we can simply do the rough pattern for the lower hair. Upper hair we have to be careful because from it's the starting point from where the hair will fall on face. So you need to be careful and more accurate in terms of its basic shape. Don't see hair as one. Always try to see the shape. Here I will be making the eye, ear, and will be connecting like connecting this. Once your shape basic features uh, has been completed, you can simply fast the process. For earring, I will simply make a spear, because when the paper is white, the darker region will have the great contrast and it will look nice. So I will simply make a single spear for the earring, and I'll shade this area of the ear and let the hair flow over this. If you feel like your head is bigger, then simply draw inward and let the upper ear fall over it, and darken this area. Now we'll be darkening this area. Hello, hello, hello. Now we are simply shading the head's hair part of the face, and we'll go from darker region to lighter region. The lower we go, we'll go for lighter shading, till we are in upper region. We'll try to make it as dark as possible. So to show the edges of your face, always darken it around the edges from inside to outside. Outside will be the lighter A part and inside will be the darker part. That's how the edges will look thick, and it will look like real. So always go from darker part to lighter part. That's how the perspective works. If anybody has any solution for to make the hair in less time through pen, do let me know, because I find it a huge task to shade with pen for hair. We'll simply leave this part, some of this part as it is, and we'll make the hair. We can use freehand to simply have the texture and color at right corner, right edges. Thanks for coming. If you have already came this far, please drop a like, and in future I hope I'll be giving more nice artworks. So the partition of the head will be darker always, and you can draw it accordingly. So to give a basic shape idea where the hair will fall and where the light will fall, you can simply darken the inside edges first, and you don't have to be very perfect for this. You just need to do it, you just need to place it there. Perspective will do its work and it will look good. So simply drag your pen from darker area to lighter area. So here also will be finishing the ear. I have a time crunch. Otherwise, if I put effort, I can draw it more nicely and more neatly with giving extra time to each part. So we will be doing that soon or from today only. If I try to finish the artwork in 1 hour, it look like 1 hour artwork only. If I try to make it look for if I draw for 6 hours, it will the quality will be of 6 hours. So it's simply it is a simple maths that it depends on how much time you have put in your work. Here also will extend the neckline. In order to extend the neckline, so, so to draw the hair around the edges. So I have to finish it early because I have to go office today. I have a job, but I'll simply extend this line. So even if anyone watches it later, they will know where to put the hairs. Just it need more time to darken this area. So I'll simply shade it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being patient. Please drop a like. Hello, AK Craft. Thanks for coming again. I guess your name is Abhay. Thanks for coming again. I'm almost done here as I have to go to office, so I have to prepare myself to leave for office. But I'm just drawing basic hair strands so that if anyone can see later, they will know how where the hair will go and how the hair will come down. This line you can draw it downwards. This will be the throat line. Throat. Hope I'm speaking it right. It will get narrow as it come down. So you can simply draw it in a V shape and it gives the neck a nice look if you draw this line. Simply have to rub your pen around the edges. Don't think much. Just go with the shading. Here I'm not doing the traditional shading. I'm just creating textures, and when you create enough texture to fill the area, it automatically look good. So don't plan, just move ahead. I will be finishing this. After I dark this area. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. My only one visitor. Thank you. I'll go now and we'll connect another time.